No white after Labor Day is a myth. Learn how to wear white well after the winter months. Despite being very similar, winter whites and summer whites are actually very different in their nuances. Warm weather white is a neutral true tone of white suited to warm and hot weather. It often has a bluish undertone or is a pure white. But winter white is not actually a true white. Rather, it's more of a neutral base that incorporates lighter elements to create a bit of a white-out effect. Now, it does this all without being actually white. This tonal variation can look great in cool or cold weather. It can lead to creative, low-contrast looks that are unique and unusual to the norm. These tonal variations usually have warm tones, often yellowish or reddish in nature. They impart a creamy appearance that showcase a warm and cozy appeal. This is less dark than a true white because it incorporates other undertones that lets it blend better with other bases. It's also less casual than a summer white. You'll often see these tones of white called cream, ivory, or even oatmeal. All of these other different shades help differentiate it from a true white. But note that there are also winter ivories versus summer ivories. The ivory of a warm weather white winter jacket is an obvious example of the latter. Use of Scorpacciata. When trying to determine what separates a winter white from a summer white, you can also look at the principles of Scorpacciata for more context on why there is a functional difference between the two. The reason true white is more associated with the warmer months is a theory that true white helps reflect light, thus feels cooler to wear. You can experience this anecdotally since white linen is breezier and less hot to wear in direct sunlight, as opposed to navy, dark gray, or black, which tends to absorb light. Summer fabrics like linen, cotton, and light wool reflect this. They also tend to be paired with bright pastels to play into the summer feel and the more vibrant landscape that you often see in summer with its blooming plant life. The no white after Labor Day rule in North America was made to encourage the sartorial transition from summer to fall weather, since it's more practical to wear insulating fabrics once the temperature drops. But it was never intended to include winter whites, which unlike spring and summer whites, are seasonally appropriate to fall and winter. This is because there have always been positives by incorporating winter whites into your cool and cold weather ensembles. It's extremely common to use dark and saturated colors in the colder months to reflect the somber nature of the landscape. But relying too much on this formula can appear gloomy and uninspired over time. While classic style has always included winter whites, they're becoming more popular as a part of contemporary menswear, thanks to the quiet luxury trend championed by brands like Loro Piana and Brunello Cucinelli. They favor clean, sleek, and neutral palettes. But winter white is not just a trend, and it can be easily incorporated into classic menswear, leading to some extremely stylish ensembles that break the dour and dark mood typical of cold weather looks. Here's how you can intentionally wear white in the cooler months. Pay attention to fabric and texture. While typically associated with the color white, off-white linen slacks, shirts, or suits are not ideal for the winter months. They're designed to help with dispelling heat, not insulating the wearer, and will just feel colder and off during the cooler months. Instead, look at cream flannels, heavier cottons, and woolens. It's really the fabric and intended purpose that's most important here. And accessories used should emphasize the soft, cozy nature of winter white, and will often work best when they're used to blend in neutral bases to help showcase a more cohesive outfit. Where to start? Winter white dress shirt, knitwear, and accessories. The white dress shirt is a universal part of classic style and will always have a part in any wardrobe. It will never look off, no matter the season or occasion, when implemented properly. Though, all white dress shirts are not created equal. To emphasize a winter white look with a dress shirt, consider a twill or seasonally appropriate fabric. They'll be insulating in the cold, but offer a unique textural appearance. Cream or off-white dress shirt colors are often just as versatile as true white, but with warmer tones will be more visually interesting and seasonally appropriate. Some heavier-duty winter-friendly options would include cream or white flannel shirts, which can typically be found in the offerings of Ralph Lauren. This approach to winter whites is so elegant because it can be dressed up or down. Flannel shirts can be worn on their own with casual looks, layered for a medial effect, or with heavier textured jackets for a more formal look. If it fits within your personal style, you can also be bolder with a white denim western shirt, where the added pockets, snap buttons, and a rougher material can create more visual interest. Or you could look at something like a corduroy shirt, which will stand out more for its soft, plush texture. Corduroy in general is criminally underutilized in modern menswear, despite the fact that it was once one of the most popular fabrics in classic style. It's also one of the only things Raphael wears in the colder months. Knitwear is also an easy approach when looking to incorporate winter whites. Shell cardigans, turtlenecks, and sweaters are the easiest way to do it, since they serve as layering pieces that bring other elements of your outfit together, especially if you want to cultivate that sleek, contemporary, quiet luxury vibe. Replacing a button-down shirt with a turtleneck is an easy way to do it. Tennis sweaters are also great woolens that are easy to find in offerings from cream to off-white, and are suitable for fall and winter seasons based off their material and purpose as a layering piece. These winter whites can either create a sharp contrast or a low contrast when incorporated into an outfit. The preference of whether you tend to lean toward a stronger or lighter contrast style depends on your personal style and your skin type. If you do like a lower contrast during the wintertime, you can easily pair these whites with light gray slacks for a low contrast look. Whereas adding a darker jacket with a tie and a white pocket square is a classic approach to a high contrast look. Some accessories to also consider when incorporating these winter whites include scarves. And while white scarves may be difficult to wear outside of evening wear, there are patterns that will lend themselves to having elements of white in them. Knit gloves can work especially well in a winter white color, given the similarities they share with knitwear. And while it's possible to wear white woolen socks as well, you can also look at lighter brown and taupes to create more visual interest. The next steps: winter white trousers and hats. If you're looking to bring more whites into your winter outfits, cream flannel trousers were a staple during the golden age of menswear, and could also work in many situations where gray flannel trousers could also be used. They also work well with blazers and trad-style menswear, giving the wearer a more collegiate appearance. Because trousers are worn on your lower half, traditionally, which is less prominent than your upper half, and is visually balanced by the shoes that you're wearing. It's less obtrusive to wear winter white trousers than, for example, a winter white jacket. So experimenting with winter white trousers is a great way to start employing this color creatively, without appearing distracting. There's also winter white hat styles that you can look at. These are going to be much more daring, but can work extremely well with the right personality. Silver belly, or true white, is a common color in Western style hats, and will seamlessly give a Western inspired or adjacent outfit a lighter appearance. These colors can also be done with fedoras and Homburgs as well, though you might get a couple gangster comments for them. Level it up. Jackets and suits. If you want to go all in on winter whites, odd jackets, overcoats, and more casual jacket styles are definitely possible, and can be especially stylish in particular circumstances. Or if you make them part of your signature look, our friend Linus, who shared his bespoke clothing journey with us, favors whites and off-whites throughout the year, especially as jackets. Tone is everything. Warm toned jackets in rich creams, paired with neutral or warm toned trousers and accessories, will naturally fit in very well to this season, while a stark, overly snowy white jacket could perhaps appear too bold, unless the look you're going for is 1970s French ski bum. Winter white in a formal setting can be exceptional for a celebratory or holiday look in colder months, or you can consider something like winter white trousers with a tartan dinner jacket. As previously mentioned, knitwear can also be very elegant in these circumstances. Consider a winter white turtleneck worn as part of a cocktail or semi-formal attire look. The soft, cozy silhouette is very seasonally appropriate, while the lighter white tone will convey a clean, neat formality. You can even wear a cream suit during the wintertime. Know that this will be an inherently bold look that will get a lot of attention for how unusual it is, but can make for a great signature staple when implemented well. There's two different ways to approach styling a cream winter suit: a more vintage approach or a more contemporary. The vintage way often used more saturated colors like navy, striped, or Winchester shirts to create strong and somber contrast. Avoiding overly bright or pastel colors will help differentiate it from a summer suit, while a contemporary approach uses more monochromatic or neutral colors to create a more tonal look. Either a white on white or beige taupe sweater shirt. Just be careful with a true whiteout, since it creates zero contrast and looks off, without anything to break it up or create visual interest. With these three approaches to employing winter white, we're sure that you're going to have a seamless way incorporating them into your own wardrobe, all at your own sartorial comfort level. Don't let outdated misconceptions prevent you from trying winter white. They have their place in both classic and contemporary menswear, and can be used to great effect when coming up with fresh and unique winter outfits. How do you like to wear winter white? Let us know in the comments. Today I'm wearing a blue blazer with a blue and white striped shirt, a Fort Belvedere pocket square with some really great purple, rust, and blue elements in there. Great for the season. Pairing that with some off-white pants and some green boots. For fragrance, I'm wearing the blue suede shoes from Roberto Ugolini.